So, good evening. Hope this finds you well. As promised, I said I'd make a second video this week, centered around the time plan. I've actually got a third video on the go as well, actually centered around the fish source that should come out in the next couple of days as well. So, as well as this one, expect a third one very soon. So for this one, I thought I'd just talk you through the time plan. I've scribbled down some ideas on how I would do the time plan, and I've kind of worked out around a sort of a 30-minute setup time plan plus around about 4.5 hours time plan to do the whole dishes. That gives me obviously 30 minutes in case anything goes wrong, or I need to slow down or anything like that. So it should be well achievable within the 5 hours. So I think what's probably best is obviously if I'm just going to read out my thoughts, and then when you come to do the time plan, obviously play this video and then you can type up your time plan at the same time. Again, I'm going to try and do this in one take, so to avoid any editing. So excuse if I'm pausing or fumbling for notes or looking around, but I'll try and get this all in one go and try and keep it under 10 minutes. So remember, when you come to do the assessment, you've got 30 minutes, and in that setup time, a few things that I would certainly look at getting: ensure your stoves and ovens are all on, and make sure they're in the required setting. Just don't take it for granted that they've been put on for you. Ensure your worktop is clean and sanitized before you obviously started, and any knives you've got, make sure they're underneath the worktop, so your worktop's as clean and clear as possible. Collect and clean all your plates, so the plates that you want for the whole assessment, make sure you've got them. You then want to lay out on your workbench a brown chopping board, a blue chopping board and a red chopping board. Make sure they're secure, and obviously you want a chef's knife to go on the brown board, a sharp filleting knife for the blue board, and a boning knife for the red board, and also a vegetable peeler for the brown board. Make sure you've got a waste bowl. You want a small saucepan and a wooden spoon, and then start collecting some vegetables. I would go and get half an onion, some sage leaves, some breadcrumbs, salt, pepper. Get a whole place from the fridge, and then obviously put that in your fridge. Get a pork sausage, get a whole pork loin, 2 chicken livers, again put that in your fridge. Collect the mirepoix for your fish stock, and you can also go and get a potato and a carrot for your veg. So obviously make full use of that 30-minute setup. At the end of that period, we will obviously ask you if you've got everything, and then if there's any issues, we'll obviously get them sorted out. Then we go straight into the 5 hours. All right, so again, I'll try and read this as slowly as I can. So stage 1, I'd get a brown chopping board and I'd fine dice my onion. Basically, I'm going to sweat my onion off for my stuffing for a couple of minutes. Chop some sage, add my breadcrumbs, season, and obviously leave to cool on one side. I reckon that'll take me 6 minutes. Stage 2, again on the brown chopping board, cut my white mirepoix up for my fish stock. I reckon that'll take me 5 minutes. Blue chopping board, stage 3, fillet and trim a whole place. So get your fish preparation straight out of the way. 4 fillets, get them trimmed up, prepared, put into the fridge, and then keep the bones for your stock. Stage 4 is then obviously getting onto your fish stock, because you've done your mirepoix, you've got your bones, and get your fish stock on to go. And that'll take you another 5 minutes. Stage 5, get a red chopping board, skin your sausage, add that to your stuffing. Bone, stuff, roll and tie your pork loin, obviously with the stuffing that you've just made, and prepare 2 chicken livers. Take out all the membranes, the skin, and then finally slice them up for that one. And I reckon that's going to be 15 minutes. You're about 46 minutes in at this stage if you've done it to my timings. Stage 6, get yourself a roasting tray. Obviously cover your pork skin if you're using it, season it and score it. Put that into parchment paper. Put the pork bones onto the tray. Any veg cuts can go on there as well if you've got any leftover veg cuts. Put your tied pork on top, and then obviously cover that and put that into the fridge. Then have a full clean down. So obviously you've done a lot of raw food now, get that clean down. And at that stage, I reckon you're around about 53, 55 minutes into the assessment, so just under an hour. Stage 8, back to a brown chopping board. Prepare your veg for your pork, so that's your carrot and your potato. Remember, you get 1 carrot, 1 potato, and you can do anything you want with that. And I put down 15 minutes for that. Stage 9, again back on the brown chopping board. Prepare your veg for your soup, the minestrone soup. Remember at this stage though, when you're preparing, that we're looking at French cuts as part of the assessment. So remember your brunoise, your paisans, your chiffonade, and just make sure that you spend a bit of time getting them cuts right. I've put down 20 minutes for that because you obviously need to make sure that them French cuts are correct. Stage 10, make your polenta. So remember, 63 grams of polenta, 250 grams of boiling water, a couple of grams of salt. Rain that in with a whisk, and then use a wooden spoon and cook that out. Add some butter, some Parmesan cheese, some herbs, and then shape that into cling film. You need 2 goes of the cling film to get that nice and tight, and then get that straight into the fridge to set. Make your arrabbiata sauce. Remember the sauce that goes with polenta, and leave that to cool, and then have another clean down. At this stage, I reckon you're just over 2 hours into the assessment now, so coming up to sort of a good half of the assessment. Have a clean down, check your progress. At this stage, we should have made the polenta, we should have made the sauce. Your soup veg is prepared. Your fish is obviously filleted. The stock is made for the sauce. Your pork is prepared, sitting in the fridge, ready to go in the oven. You've got your veg prepared and your potatoes, and your chicken livers are prepared. So once you check your progress, make sure you're ready to go. As I say, we're about 2 hours 13 into it now. Stage 14, make your minestrone soup and get that onto and simmer, and obviously just let that tick away. Stage 15, I would now go to the chicken liver dish, and actually I would now prepare, cook and serve the whole thing. I reckon it's going to take about 15 minutes to seal off your chicken livers, deglaze the pan with some brandy or sherry, add a bit of cream, season, and then obviously have some toasted croûtes. Place the chicken livers onto the croûtes and garnish and serve. Remember, that's an amuse-bouche though, so remember the size of that. Where are we now? Stage 16 is going back to the minestrone soup. You should be able to finish that off now, give that a season, and get that plated up, 2 portions of that. I reckon that'll take you about 10 minutes, and once you've served that, you're looking around about 3 hour stage now. 2 hours 53 I've got written down, so 2 hours to go. Stage 17, get the pork in the oven. Remember, 210 degrees for the first 20 minutes, then turn the oven down, 180 for 30 to 35 minutes. And remember to baste every 20 minutes or so. Stage 18, cook and serve the polenta dish. So get that cooked, fried off. If you're frying it or panning it, remember your sauce, any particular garnish that you're doing with that, and then get that plated and served. I reckon that'll take you 15 minutes. And once you've served your polenta, I've got written down 3 hours and 10 minutes. Just turning over my pages. Stage 19 I'm at now. So at stage 19, I've served my chicken livers, I've served my soup, I've served my polenta, so 2 to go. Poach the fish, make your sauce, wilt your spinach. Remember, you've got to do something with lemon, so some kind of lemon element. I think that's going to take you about 20 minutes at that stage. Remember, baste your pork, so every 20 minutes take your pork out and just spoon over the fat. Stage 21, plate and serve your fish dish. I reckon that'll take you about 10 minutes. So once your fish dish is served, you're around about 3 minutes 45 in now. Okay, so not long left. Check your pork, and obviously once your pork is cooked, take it out, put it onto a yellow chopping board, cover it in foil, leave it to rest. If you're using crackling in your ribs, put that on there as well. Stage 23, cook potatoes and carrots, get them on to cook. Stage 24, deglaze your roasting tin and make your jus. This is obviously for your sauce. Remember to use cider. Consistency, coat in the back of a spoon. Stage 25, carve your pork. And stage 26, plate and serve your pork. And I've actually got that down, by the time you serve your pork, around about 4.5 hours, which I think is well achievable. But remember, that gives you a bit of time to obviously slow down. Remember, you've used the whole 5 hours. You don't have to do it as fast. It's making sure that it's quality. And before you serve every dish, just ask yourself, you know, is that the best I can do? You know, would I eat that? Is there anything else I can do? You know, does that meet the criteria? Is that what is in the pack? Blah, 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 you know, and just thoroughly ask yourself before you actually go and serve it. Once you serve it, we'll mark it. And if there's anything missing, obviously, you know, it could be too late. So just check just with yourself, just make sure that you're okay. And that's it. As I say, that's it now. So you've got this. So you should now be able to go away and get your time plans all written up or typed up. Make sure you come in with something anyway. Like I said, there is another video coming out very soon, and that's about the fish sauce, which I should have out in the next couple of days. Okay, thanks a lot. Catch you later. Bye.